This is our gorgeous mare Gianna, and this is our gorgeous superstar rider Georgia. And Georgia is going to help me teach you guys some of the stuff I did in the seat series. So Georgia, we're going to go into rising trot. Tell me, how do you rise trot?
Rise from the thigh, not from the stirrup.
Yes, cool. Which part of the thigh? Yep, cool. What about sitting trot? Which part of the thigh do you use in sitting trot?
I haven't thought about it. This part.
Cool, okay. So, the way I feel that my body works, and it's so interesting that you said this part, is, and I have noticed in your sitting trot, where do your toes tend to go?
Through the stirrup.
Yep, and so it tends to be a little bit like
this.
Yeah. Which means, yeah, and you're gripping with that back part of your leg, which is what most riders do because the back part of our leg is the strongest part. So what I want you to do is just turn everything in, and then do you feel your inner groin muscle kind of getting isolated there?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk more about it next week when we do sitting trot, but I just want riders to be aware that you use different muscles for rising trot as opposed to sitting trot, especially when we take the stirrups away. So we're going to take the stirrups away. Cool. Okay, so now tell me how you're going to rise.
Up here.
Yep. So it's pretty much almost your knee and the little muscle above it. And how high are you going to rise?
Just to here.
Very good. Okay, and how will you know when it's time to rise?
When the outside shoulder is going forward, so the leading leg, outside leg.
Very good, very good. Okay, so let's go out. Right. Okay, and to make it easier for yourself, especially when you're learning to rise trot without stirrups, I want you to keep the trot slow. So when you're ready, rising trot, and you can keep it slow. Good. Are you on the right diagonal? Very good. And now you are. Yep. Yep, use your stomach. How much is your stomach hurting? Good. So kind of key performance indicators that you're doing this movement correctly is things should be hurting. Your stomach should be hurting. Your legs should be hurting. If you've never done this, you're obviously going to use muscles that you've never used before. Now you can see Georgia's trying her best to get up and down with the rhythm, and she's doing a super job. Eventually you want to, and you can see sometimes just it's a little too much and she's doing like not getting up as much as she can. That is so perfect and normal. Please don't think when you start doing this rising trot no stirrups that you just do it as if you had stirrups. Yep, do you need a break? Walk? Have a walk. So I always think doing this exercise is like being at the gym. So you wouldn't ask you to do 100 squats because by the 100th squat you'd be sore. It's the same with rising trot. You should do it, and when your form starts to go, when your movement isn't as good as when you started, just have a walk break and start again. So change the rein. Yep, and then when you're ready, rising trot again. Good. Good. So you can see straight away how Georgia started is a lot better than what she did at the end of the last stride, just because the muscles have had a little bit time to refresh. And now what I want you to do, Georgia, I'm going to be really mean and ask you to turn your toes in. Yeah. And now we see the bouncing. Perfect. Slow down the trot. Slow it down. Yes. Good. And turn your toes in, yeah. So when you can do it to a certain level of strength, like Georgia is, then you start being mean and start saying, okay, I need you to work the other muscles and turn your toes in and keep your hands still and keep your elbows in and keep your head up and all these other things about the position and have a walk again. But the thing is to remember, be patient and rewarding of where you are. Please don't ever beat yourself up and go, oh, I can't rise trot, so therefore, like without stirrups, I'm not going to do it. Oh, it's my pet peeve. Someone actually wrote it on Facebook saying that's stupid. You shouldn't, imperfect practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. I agree, But, a huge but, how are you ever going to do perfect practice without first doing imperfect practice? You didn't learn to walk as a child by getting up one day and walking perfectly. I guarantee you didn't. You got up, you fell down. You got up, you fell down. You got up, you fell down. And many, many, many wobbly tries later, you may have got your first step and then fell down. Learning to walk was a process, not something that you just figured out to do overnight perfectly. So that's the same as your rising trot. Every day, if you just do it 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Yes, I say try and do a ride, but if you're not ready for that, oh good, 10 seconds is still going to give you something, and 10 seconds over 4 rides over 50 weeks is really going to add up to something. So trust that helps, Georgia. Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
No questions. Good work. You guys have a super week. Enjoy practicing, and I'll see you next week. Bye.